Good morning, everybody. It's Jude Lennon here with Little Lamb Tales and, of course, my trusty friend Lammy. I hope you are well this morning. We certainly are. It's a bit of a grey day here in Liverpool. I hope you've maybe got a bit more sunshine than we have, but fingers and hooves crossed, the sun is coming back at the weekend. Right then, so as we saw last week, our story bag is full of all kinds of things in here, so we'll see what comes out when we look inside. But of course, first of all, we must do our hello song. You ready, Lammy? Here we go, everybody. If you know it, join in. It's really easy. If you don't know it, you'll pick it up. So here we go. Hello, everyone. How are you? Hello, everyone. How are you? Hello, everyone. How are you? How are you today? If you're feeling pretty good, give me a wave. If you're feeling amazing, give yourselves a pat on the back. And if you're ready for stories, have a wriggle. Okay, Lammy, let's see what's inside the bag today. Oh, here we go. Oh, now this is one of our favourite stories. Here we go. I can't tell you what this one is called though, because we find that out at the very end of the story. Here we go. It goes like this. Now, Lammy, you look after our little dog for us. Now, because this story is set a long time ago, you know how it begins. Are we ready, everybody? Long, 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 all together now, long ago, when the whole of this area was covered in woods and trees, there was a dog. And that dog really, 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 really wanted a friend. And so he set off through the woods. Let's go. He scampered down, 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 he scampered. And he saw a hare, which is like a rabbit, but with really long ears. And the hare was nibbling the grass. Can you do that? And he went over to the hare. He said, "Hi, hare. Could we be friends?" The hare looked and thought, can you do that? I'm not sure it will work, but we'll try. And so for the rest of the day, the dog and the hare sniffed around the flowers, they nibbled the grass. Oh, they had a lovely time. It got to the end of the day, just as the sun was setting. And the hare said, "Come on, time for bed." You can join in with these actions. Are you ready? So the dog stretched, yawned, and ow! Shh. So the hare, don't do that. If you do that, Wolf will hear and he will come and eat us. Go to sleep. In the night, the dog thought, hang on a minute, I don't want to be eaten by Wolf. So the next day he said to the hare, "Hare, look, it's been wonderful, it really has, but I'm going to make friends with Wolf." So he set off. Let's go. He scampered down, 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 he scampered, until he found Wolf. And Wolf was digging for bones. Can you do that with me? And he was digging for bones. And he went over and he said, "Hi, Wolf. Can we be friends?" I'm not sure it will work, said Wolf, but we'll try. And so, for the rest of the day, the wolf dug for bones and the dog. The wolf and the dog chased their tails. Let's do that. They ran through the flowers. Sometimes they even did a wee-wee on the tree. We won't do that bit. It got to the end of the day, just as the sun was setting. And the wolf said, "Come on, time for bed. Are you ready?" The dog stretched, yawned, and ow! Shh! So the wolf, don't do that. If you do that, Bear will hear, and he will come and eat us. Go to sleep. In the night, the dog thought, hang on a minute, I don't want to be eaten by Bear. So the next day, he got up and he said to the wolf, "Wolf, it's been great, it really has, but I'm going to make friends with Bear. Are you ready to scamper?" He scampered down, 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 he scampered. And he scampered until he found the bear, and the bear was scratching his back against the tree. And he said to the bear, "Could we be friends?" The bear had a think. "I'm not sure it will work, but we'll try." And so for the rest of the day, the bear showed the dog how to scratch his back and how to find the best, tastiest, yummiest honey. It got to the end of the day just as the sun was setting. And the bear said, "Come on, time for bed. Are you ready?" The dog stretched, yawned, and ow! Shh! Bear, don't do that. If you do that, man will hear and he will come and put us in a cage. Go to sleep. In the night, the dog thought, I don't want to be put in a cage. So the next day, he said to the bear, "Bear, it's been great. I'm going to make friends with man. Are you ready to scamper?" He scampered down, 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 he scampered until he found man. And the man was chopping pieces of wood. Chop, 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 chop. And he went up and he said, "Hi, man, can we be friends?" And the man looked at the dog and said, "Yeah, sure, that sounds like a great idea." And he picked up a piece of wood and he threw it. And the dog ran after it and brought it back. And he did it again. He threw it and the dog ran after it and brought it back. Oh, they had a wonderful, wonderful day. It got to the end of the day just as the sun was setting. And the man said, "Come on, time for bed." "Here we go," thought the dog. "You ready?" He stretched and yawned and ow! "Fantastic," said the man. "If you keep doing that, you will scare away the wolves and the bears and the burglars. In fact, why don't you stay here with me?" And that's exactly what happened. And you know, ever since that day, dog has been man's best friend. The end. Oh, give yourselves a clap. Well done, Lammy. Yay! Right then, Lammy, let's see what's in the bag next. Can you see anything else? Oh, he says there's lots of exciting stories in here. Okay, let's see what's coming out next. Oh, here we go. Can you see what kind of animal this is? It's an elephant. Here we go. But I'm not going to tell you a story that was told a long, long time ago by a man called Rudyard Kipling, and he wrote the Jungle Book, and he wrote all kinds of stories called Just So stories, and they were made up stories about how animals got certain features, and this is the story of how the elephant got his trunk. Here we go. Now, of course, it's a long time ago. Are you ready, everybody? Long, 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 long ago, far away from here, there was a herd of elephants. And one of those elephants was a baby elephant who was most curious. Now, at that time, curiously enough, elephants did not have big, long trunks. They had short little noses like buttons. And so they looked quite different. Anyway, the baby elephant, who was most curious, was always asking questions. "Mum, why is the sky blue?" "I don't know," said Mum. "Off you go." And you can do that bit with me. You ready? Off you go. "Dad, why can't ostriches fly?" "I don't know," said Dad. Are you ready? Off you go. "Granny, will you tell me why hippos have pink eyes?" "I don't know," said Granny. Off you go. "Nobody tells me anything," said the baby elephant. The next day he thought of a new question. "Mum, what do crocodiles eat for their tea?" "You must never ask such a thing. Off you go." "I wonder what they do eat," thought the elephant. He went to his dad. "Dad, will you tell me what crocodiles eat for their tea?" "You must never ask such a thing," said Dad. "Off you go." "Nobody tells me anything," said the elephant. "I wonder what they do eat for tea." "Granny, will you tell me what crocodiles eat for their tea?" "Goodness me," said Granny, "you must not ask such a thing. Off you go." "Nobody tells me anything," said the baby elephant. "I will go. I will go and find out for myself." And so off he set through the jungle. You ready? Stomp, 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 stomp. And he came to a giraffe nibbling leaves. Can you make your arm into a big tall giraffe? Oh, it's so tall you can't see it. And the giraffe reached up into the trees and was nibbling the grass. "Excuse me," called the elephant. Excuse me. Can you tell me what crocodiles eat for their tea? Oh, goodness me, said the giraffe. You must never ask such a thing. Off you go. Nobody tells me anything, said the baby elephant. You ready? Stomp, 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 stomp. This time the elephant found a hippopotamus wallowing in the mud. Can you wallow in the mud? Oh, it felt good and slurpy and cool. Oh, excuse me, Mrs. Hippopotamus, could you possibly tell me what crocodiles eat for their tea? Goodness me, said Mrs. Hippopotamus. No, I can't. Off you go. Nobody tells me anything, said the elephant. Let's go. Stomp, 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 stomp. Eventually, the elephant came to a big rock and there was a snake curled all around it. Oh, excuse me. Yes, said the snake. I don't suppose you could tell me what crocodiles eat for their tea. You must never ask such a thing, said the snake. Off you go. Oh, please, nobody will tell me. I've asked everybody. All right, said the snake. Look, I tell you what, if you go down this path, you'll come to the river. You will find out there, but please be very, very careful. And if you need my help, you must call and I will come and help you. All right, said the elephant, and set off. Stomp, 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 stomp. At the end of the path, the river went by. It was deep and wide. The elephant looked this way. The elephant looked this way. The elephant looked right out in front of him, and suddenly 2 eyes appeared out of the water. Oh, hello, said the elephant. I don't suppose you could tell me what crocodiles eat for their tea? Oh, yes, came a voice from the water, but you'll have to come closer. The elephant stepped closer, and 2 nostrils appeared. Oh, what do crocodiles eat for their tea? Oh, you'll have to come closer than that, said the voice. So the elephant went even closer, and oh my goodness me, from out of the water came, snap, a crocodile, and it snapped onto the elephant's little button nose and would not let go. Ow! Let go! You're hurting me! Let go! The crocodile would not let go. The crocodile pulled this way, let's go. He pulled and he pulled. The elephant pulled this way, let's go. And the elephant pulled and pulled, and the crocodile pulled and pulled, and the elephant pulled and pulled, and the elephant's nose started to stretch and grow. But still the crocodile would not let go. Help! Said the elephant, help! The snake unwrapped himself from around the rock and slithered down to the river. Oh my goodness. He wrapped himself around the elephant's tail, wrapped himself around the trunk of a tree, and then he said, all together, pull! The elephant and the snake pulled, let's go. They pulled and they pulled. The crocodile pulled the other way. Pull and pull, and the elephant's nose got even longer. Ow! Well, by now, the crocodile was getting a little bit bored and fed up. He let go of the elephant's nose and he swam away. Ow! Said the elephant, my nose is really sore, and look, it's really long. I don't like this nose. Do you think it will shrink? The snake looked at the nose. I don't think it will. I tell you what, why don't you lie down and put it in the cool water and we'll see what happens. So the elephant lay down with his long stretched nose in the water. It didn't shrink though. I like my old nose better than this one, than the elephant. This one's too long. But just then a fly landed just here on the elephant, and without thinking about it, he swung his new long nose up and got rid of the fly. You see, you couldn't do that with your old nose, said the snake. Maybe not. The day continued and the elephant got rather hungry, and without thinking about it, he stretched up his new nose into the tree to get fruit. You see, said the snake, you couldn't do that with your old nose. Maybe not, said the elephant. I still like my old nose better. The day went on. Oh, it was hot. It was so hot. The elephant went into the water and put his long nose into the water, and he sucked up some of the water. Can you do that? And he threw it over his back to keep cool. Oh, that's good. You see, said the snake, you couldn't do that with your old nose. Maybe not, the elephant. Do you know, I think I quite like this new nose after all. I'm going to go and show my herd. Thank you so much for all your help. You're welcome, said the snake. And off the elephant went. Stomp, 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 stomp. Oh, nice new nose, said Mrs. Hippopotamus. Stomp, 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 stomp. Oh, I love the new nose, said the giraffe. Stomp, 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 stomp. All the way back to his herd. Now, at first, when the elephant's herd saw him, they weren't sure of this new nose. Oh, don't you look strange? What's that new nose? It's very long. What on earth have you got that for? But when the elephant showed all the fabulous things he could do with his new nose, getting rid of flies, getting food, keeping cool, well, all the elephants wanted one. And you know, ever since that day, elephants have not had tiny little button noses. They've had big, long noses, which we all call trunks. The end. Give yourselves a clap. Fantastic. Well done. Right, we've got time for one last story. What's it going to be? Oh, here we go. We've got a dragon. And this story is called Don't Be Silly, Millie. And you can join in with this bit. You have to say this. We have to say, don't be silly, Millie. There's no such thing as dragons. Okay, here we go. Once upon a time, there was a little girl called Millie. And Millie really wanted a pet. She asked Mum. No, said Mum, no pets. We've got too much going on already. Far too busy. So she asked Dad, Dad, could we have a pet? Oh, no, said Dad. No, we haven't got enough room. Poor Millie. All she wanted was a pet. That night she sat down on the edge of her bed and she wished as hard as she could, I wish I had a pet. And then she went to sleep. The next morning when she woke up, she went to the bathroom, she brushed her teeth, she put on her clothes, and when she came back into her bedroom and looked in the corner, there was a sparkly, shiny, rainbow egg. It had never been there before. Millie went over and she picked it up in her hand. It felt warm. The egg started to wriggle. It wriggled this way, it wriggled that way, and then it started to crack. And out of the egg came a little tiny dragon. Oh, you're cute, said Millie. You can be my pet. And she popped the dragon in her pocket and went down to speak to Mum. Mum, I've got a new pet. A new pet? She said, well, what is it? Well, said Millie, it's a dragon. What does Mum say? Are you ready to join in? Don't be silly, Millie. There's no such thing as dragons. Yes, there is, said Millie. But when she looked in her pocket, the dragon had gone. He'd grown, and now he was so big, he was sitting on her shoulder. Go and tell your dad. So she did. She went to find Dad, and she said, Dad, can I tell you about my new pet? A new pet? Asked Dad. Well, what is it? Well, it's a dragon. Don't be silly, Millie. There's no such things as dragons, said Dad. Yes, there is, said Millie. When she looked on her shoulder, the dragon was gone. He'd got even bigger, and now he was up to her knee. He was about this big. Look, go and tell your brother. I will. So Millie went to tell her brother. He was making a castle from Lego. Oh, my new pet would love that. A new pet? What is it? Well, said Millie, it's a dragon. Are we ready? Don't be silly, Millie. There's no such thing as dragons, said her brother. Yes, there is. But when Millie looked around, her dragon was no longer this big. He was now as tall as her. Go and tell our sister I will, she said. She ran upstairs to her sister's room. Her sister was a bit older and was always brushing her hair. Can I tell you about my new pet? Oh, if you must, Millie. I'm busy doing my hair. Well, said Millie, my new pet is a dragon. What does her sister say, everybody? Don't be silly, Millie. There's no such thing as dragons. Yes, there is. But when Millie looked, the dragon was no longer next to her. It was now so big, the only place it would fit was in the garden. Go and tell Granny. Well, I will. And so Millie ran down the stairs and out to the granny house, and she knocked on the door. Oh, hello, dear, said Granny. What are you doing here? I've come to tell you about my new pet. Oh, wonderful. What is it? Well, said Millie, it's a dragon. Granny didn't say, don't be silly, Millie. Granny didn't say, there's no such thing as dragons. Granny said, oh, how marvellous. We must have a picnic in the garden with your dragon. And so they spread out the blanket, they sat on it, they sat with their picnic and the dragon, who was huge. And when her family came out, do you know what Mum, Dad and her brother and her sister all said? Millie, you didn't tell us you had a dragon. The end. And she had told them, they just hadn't listened. Oh dear, never mind, give yourselves a clap. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning. I hope you enjoyed it. Next Thursday is going to be our last sort of lockdown Little Lamb's Tales, because we've been doing it all the time and since March until now. And now, of course, the schools would have been breaking up next week, and some of them who have gone back will be breaking up. So it seemed a good time to finish it. All the videos will still be up on YouTube for you to enjoy. So next Thursday, I'm going to have a big sort of celebration to finish. So I'm going to create an event, so as many people who want to come along as can, then they can, and they'll be very welcome to join Little Lamb Tales and I for our final lockdown tales. And we hope to see you next week. Until then, take care, keep well. We'll do our goodbye song. Goodbye, everyone, nice to see you. Goodbye, everyone, nice to see you. Goodbye, everyone, nice to see you. Nice to see you today. Yay! Well done, everybody. Take care. We'll see you all soon.